All right, greetings everybody. Welcome to the Media Files. So, it's been a little while since I've done a mail call update. And apparently it's starting to rain. Anyways, so got a few things that I gotten in the mail over the last several weeks and opening them up to make sure everything was all good, that they were all there. Thankfully they were. So we got a few movies, got some Arrow, a Kino Lorber, and a couple of TV shows. Yes. So let's see what we got in the mail right here in the Media Files. Okay, welcome back. So you're gonna have to apologize for the rain. It's here. Anyways, so first thing we got here, we got, I opened this up immediately and I watched it. It's been forever since I had seen this movie, and I knew everybody was going nuts over it, especially how cool, that Arrow did a great job with this movie, especially the fact that it's actually a 4K, which actually is pretty cool. So here we have a classic 90s action movie starring Stallone. We've got here from Arrow, Demolition Man. Yeah, I'm glad to finally own this. And I forgot how good of a movie this is. It really is. It's just total 90s action at its finest. So there you go. So you're loaded with great bonus material too. So we have a 4K restoration from the original 35mm camera negative by Arrow Films, approved by director Marco Brambella. Features both the domestic Taco Bell and international Pizza Hut editions, which are two jokes in the movie. Presented in via streamless branching. 4K presentation presented in Dolby Vision. Yeah, it looks great with that. It really does. Original lossless DTS HD MA 5.1 Stereo 2.0 and an all-new Dolby Atmos audio. Optional subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. Audio commentary by director Marco Brambella and screenwriter Daniel Waters. Audio commentary by film historian Mike White of the Projection Booth podcast. Archive audio commentary by Marco Brambella and producer Joel Silver. I think that's from the original DVD or one of the original Blu-ray releases. Demolition Design, an interview with production designer David L. Snyder. Cryo Action, an interview with stunt coordinator Charles Persidi. Biggs's Body Shop, an interview with special makeup effects artist Chris Biggs. Tacos and Hockey Pucks, an interview with body effects stunt coordinator Jeff Farley. Somewhere Over the Rainbow, a visual essay by film scholar Josh Nelson. Theatrical trailer, image gallery, and reversible sleeve featuring original and newly commissioned artwork by Laurie Greasley. So that right there, that's the original artwork. Here's the new artwork. Yeah, I'm not liking that too much. I just don't like it. I think I'll stick with the original artwork. So, there we go. Put this back in where it goes. Yeah. Alright. Kabooms. Alright, so up next, we've got here, I've been wanting this forever. I'm glad I finally now own it. And what can I say? I need to fix this because it's going to drive me batty. Yes, I have this movie on DVD and on Blu-ray, but you know what, damn it, I wanted the Arrow edition of this classic 80s cheese fest. But what can I say? It's freaking Dune, okay? Literally, it's Dune from Arrow. Yeah. Now, sadly, this is not the limited edition, but it really doesn't matter to me. I'm just glad to own the movie. So I got the Blu-ray edition. So it has a 4K restoration from the original camera negative. Original uncompressed stereo audio and DTS HD 5.1 surround, optional English subtitles, brand new audio commentary by film historian Paul M. Salmon, brand new audio commentary by Mike White of the Projection Booth podcast, Impressions of Dune, a 2003 documentary on the making of the film featuring interviews with stars Colin McLaughlin, producer Rafaela De Laurentiis, cinematographer Freddie Francis, editor Anthony Gibbs, and many others. Designing Dune, a 2005 featurette looking back on the work of production designer Anthony Masters. Dune Effects, a 2005 featurette exploring the special effects in the film. Dune, Models and Miniatures, a 2005 featurette focusing on the model effects of the film. Dune Costumes, a 2005 featurette looking at the elaborate costume designs seen in the film. 11 deleted scenes from the film, with a 2005 introduction by Rafaela de Laurentiis. Destination Dune, a 1983 featurette originally produced to promote the film at conventions and publicity events. Theatrical trailers and TV spots, and extensive image galleries, including original production design, and of course the reversible sleeve featuring original and newly commissioned artwork by Daniel Taylor. Now, this is the newly commissioned artwork here. And then, of course, the other artwork is, of course, the original, poster art. But I will keep the newly commissioned artwork because I don't have the sleeve. Alrighty, so everybody and their dog got this, and I'm like, you know what? I definitely wanted this because I pre-ordered this thing, and I wanted this because I've only seen this movie a handful of times. I've had it on DVD, that terrible that terrible crappy DVD and the Blu-ray for who knows how long. It's high time that this movie finally got the uber deluxe treatment, and of course everybody and their dog got this movie, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get this thing regardless. So what did I get? Well, what can we say? A 1980s classic Arthurian film, Excalibur. Yeah. Thunder, baby. Yeah. Anyways, this sucker is loaded with extras. This is the reason why I got it. Not saying Excalibur's not a bad movie by all means. Come on, I mean, it's got some of the hottest stuff you'll ever see for a King Arthur movie. And so, it's a 3-disc 4K limited edition. So it has brand new 4K restoration for the original 35mm negative by Arrow Films, presented in the original aspect ratios of 1.65 to 1 for the first time on home video. Thank God. Contains both the 141-minute theatrical cut and the 120-minute TV version of the film. Well, that's cool. Optional English subtitles for the deaf. Reversible sleeve featuring original artwork options. Collector's Perfect bound booklet containing writing by Charlie Brigand, aka K.A. Lady, Kimberly Lindberghs, Josh Nelson, Philip Kemp, John Rippon, Icy Sedwig, and Jez Winship. Probably sounds like collectors, maybe. I don't know who all those people are. Double-sided fold-out poster, 6 postcard size reproduction art cards. That's just the contents that come with the limited edition. That's not on the disc content. So disc 1, we have the 4K 141-minute theatrical cut. Brand new audio commentary by Brian Hoyle, author of The Cinema of John Boorman. Brand new audio commentary by filmmaker David Kittredge, director of Boorman and the Devil. And an archive audio commentary by director John Boorman. That's that commentary that's been on basically every release. Disc 2, The Making of Excalibur, Myth into Movie. A never before released 48-minute documentary directed by Neil Jordan during the production of Excalibur. That's cool. To Be a Knight and Follow a King, a newly filmed interview with director John Boorman and actor Charlie Boorman. When Death Was But a Dream, a newly filmed interview with creative associate Neil Jordan. The Charm of Making, a newly filmed interview with production designer Anthony Pratt. Confessions of a Professional, quote-unquote, pain in the ass. Newly filmed interview with second unit director Peter McDonald. Anam Cara, a new featurette on the working friendship of John Boorman and co-writer Rospo Pallenberg, featuring an all newly filmed interview with Pallenberg. Divided Nature, a brand new featurette by film historians Howard S. Berger and Kevin Marr. Trailers and image galleries. Yeah, that was thunder. And then Disc 3, which is exclusive limited edition Blu-ray for this. High definition Blu-ray presentation of the 120-minute TV version of the film, previously unavailable on home video. Original lossless mono audio. And Excalibur behind the movie, a 50-minute retrospective documentary in which cast and crew look back on the making of the film. That's cool alone by itself. I mean, come on. How could you not go wrong with this? Alright, and then the only Kino Lorber film we've got here, I've never seen this. This is, if I have, I've probably seen just bits and pieces of it, but I've never actually seen the whole thing all the way through. Of course, I'm talking about the Michael Caine car caper classic film, the original Italian Job. Yes. Got some pretty cool bonus features here. So we have new audio commentary by screenwriter Troy Kennedy Martin and Matthew Field, the author of The Making of the Italian Job. Audio commentary by producer Michael Dealey and Matthew Field, the author of Michael Caine, You're a Big Man. The Great Idea, a 2002 documentary. Self-Preservation Society, a 2002 documentary. Get a Bloomin' Move On, a 2002 documentary. Mini Adventures, a 2009 featurette. The Deleted Scene, with optional commentary by Matthew Field, as well as theatrical and re-release trailers. Yes, there we go. Alrighty, and then the TV shows. Now, funny thing is, I've owned this. I've owned this, literally since the dawn of DVD when this came out. And mind you, it was one of those shows that I probably shouldn't have stayed up to watch when I was a kid. But, you know what, though? Kids do that stuff all the time anymore. Well, back in my day, we had back in my day, kind of sneak around, watch some late night TV when mom and dad went to bed, and turns out you end up watching one of the absolute coolest cartoons of your life that had blood, some guts, had some, cartoon boobs, and a slew of adult language. All produced by one of the producers of Batman the Animated Series. Yeah. Of course, I am talking about the animated classic HBO series, which sadly only lasted for 3 seasons, but they were kind of fairly long episodes. Of course, I'm talking about Todd McFarlane's Spawn. Yeah, now this edition, this is the signature edition. This is the 10th anniversary that got re-release, that has literally everything that was in the original HBO series Ultimate Collection set. But the main difference between this version and the Ultimate Edition version that I have, this actually contains all of the original Todd McFarlane intros that were shown before all of the episodes. Of course, a TV series by the name of Goosebumps for Fox Kids did something similar like that with R.L. Stine, which was pretty cool. And I believe this edition actually has, I believe they all have, yes. So what's good about this is that every disc in this set actually has cover art, whereas the Ultimate Edition, they were all flipper discs. So it's about time they got that thing fixed. So yeah, so you got season 1 there with Spawn on top of the church cross there. Then you got more Spawn right there. And then, of course, you have the bonus material disc. So it's got some pretty cool bonus material on here. So it has the McFarlane Process, a step-by-step featurette. Episode 1 storyboard, frame by frame. An interview and behind-the-scenes featurettes with Todd McFarlane. Character profiles, and 4 audio commentaries. So yeah. Now, some of that stuff has been ported over from the original release, but to actually own a much better edition of this, I'm definitely glad that I finally got to have that in my collection. And finally, this is the only season I needed of this series. I've not actually talked about this, and I've not actually shown off that I've actually owned all these, except for this one. But I'm glad now to say that I now own all 6 seasons of one of the coolest shows of the 90s, based off of one of the coolest movies of the 80s, which is basically at this point getting a remake. At this point in time, at the time of the recording of this video, they're currently making it. But I finally now have Season 5 of Highlander, this series. Yes, so this is the only season I needed. I've got all 6 seasons of this. Yes, I know there's that spin-off series called The Raven, which I will hunt down at some point. But I'm just glad to actually have this, literally, to complete my entire Highlander collection. So, yeah, and it's been a long, long time since I've actually ever watched this show. And we will actually go through all 6 seasons. We'll do a close-up, I guess I want to call it more of like a close-up. Yeah, we'll do a close-up of it because I don't want to take another person's, title away from some of their episodes that they do for their show. I try to make it my own. So, but yeah, maybe one of these days we'll go through all 6 seasons of the Highlander TV series, which that'll be a fun project within itself, but also the movies as well, because I can't wait for, like I said, for this new Highlander remake to come out, and also see actually another 80s movie that just got remade called Deathstalker. I really want to see that at some point. So yeah. Well. So anyways, I had to apologize for the rain in the background. Nothing I can do about that. It's raining, and I think we have a little bit of storms going on, so there you go. Alrighty, well that does it for me for now, guys. So with that, kick back, relax. If you're in the rainy area, stay dry, or do what I'm going to do. Just sit out here and just chill and just listen to the rain. There you go. Alrighty, well with that, don't forget to check out the Patreon page, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys next time. See ya.